Hello, I'm Tam, the TamBoTC channel, and this is a random video on movies I recently seen, both old and new, rented, gone to theaters, or just watched them in some other way, or bought them or whatever straight up. Yeah, these are the movies I got to see, and I just kind of want to do a review on them, as well as there's a TV show, and I want to talk about them, and it's kind of a random video. So the movies I rented to watch was The Mule and Us. I'll be reviewing those two. And I also bought Pet Sematary, the new one. I was a fan of the old one. I watched Death Note, the series. I watched the sub version, not the dub. Even though I would probably miss the potato chips scene. I'd take a potato chip and eat it. Even though I did look up that. I finally got to see the Ju-on the Grudge movies, the first two. The original ones, the Japanese versions, not the Sam Raimi ones, but I am watching those. Not right now, of course, but off to the side, I'm watching those to see how they stack up to the originals. So I told you it would be both old and new. So the Ju-on movies, we got Us, The Mule, Pet Sematary, the Death Note sub version, not dub. And I watched a movie I didn't expect, and it's by the guy who directed, I believe, Batman Forever. By the way, this guy's going to be a pain in the butt, so I might fail against him several times. He's really fast. Oh, jeez! Crying out loud! Dink! So I'm just playing Assassin's Creed to the side. I got this armor set. I love just the look of this. I'll show you a couple other things I got in this game. This game, I'll be reviewing all these movies, by the way. I need to do a new video on this game because I had a top 10 list, and sadly I lost it. Dagnabbit, I'm not getting in the slow-mo thing. Oh my, okay, yeah, of course he would. Dink. Reload save. So let's start with the Death Note series. And these will be different from one another, so I got a TV show and movies, so how I rate them doesn't necessarily mean on the standards of a movie a TV show is better than a movie. I'm just, because they're two different, they're not entirely different forms of media, but they're different in the case of one's like this spanning TV series of episodes, and the other one's a full-fledged like 1.5 or 2 hour movie or something. So I'd never seen Death Note, and I was fascinated. I found it on, you can watch it free on stuff like Tubi TV and such, and I watched it there. I was like, hey, I want to check out this because it was interesting to me. Oh gosh, I got Legend of Zelda chickens on me. So I watched it. I did not watch the stupid Netflix movie. Ow, I'm just trying to get rid of the chickens. Are guards gonna come after me? Yeah, it looks like guards. Get out of there. Heal. Now get him. Boom! What the heck? Dank. Are you serious? Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh, dagnabbit. I love this armor. This armor set looks amazing. Haha. Shouldn't stinking put your... Wait. Is he stuck? He's gonna move it, isn't he? Second, I just know it. I got him stuck. Yay! I glitched him out. I glitched him out. Boom. 400 damage, almost 500. 498. So I really loved Death Note. I'm a big fan of Batman and Joker's kind of like mind games and their battle between one another. One's a criminal that kills a lot of people, and the other one is a detective, great detective. And it's the same situation with this, and I really liked it. As a matter of fact, the father of the character Light kind of reminds me of Commissioner Gordon. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous that I'm able to do this. Then again, it's a Ubisoft's game, so glitches like this are probably nothing new. But I love it. It just makes this much easier because this guy actually killed me several times. Boom! Finally. Oh, dang, he didn't really have much good on him. Oh, okay, mercenary gloves. Yeah! Whatever those are. Let's check them out. Hello? Oh gosh, is this guy gonna get off his horse and attack me? Let's check out the gloves real quick. I'm gonna wear... Oh, well, you can also see my mount here. I'm gonna wear a different armor set as well. So let's check out these gloves. They're... Oh, I can't check them out, crud. Okay, I'll just do this then. So I got this armor set. This is probably one of my favorite armor sets besides the one I was just wearing in the game. I think sadly you do have to purchase them with real money. And I'm against microtransactions, but for this time I just said to myself, I honestly don't care. I just want to get this. Oh. But I'm definitely against microtransactions. He's lying, he's a sellout. Shut up. But yeah, and I'm glad there's things going on with loot boxes. It's kind of... I'm also making a bunch of more positive videos to kind of go alongside the videos that can be taken a little negative, like my show concern videos, even though those are talking mostly about not wanting there to be negatives in certain stuff. Sorry! But I really, let's get back to Death Note. I really enjoyed Death Note. It was probably my favorite on this list. I loved the cat and mouse games between the two characters. What is this? Bounty sponsor. Oh, it's a sponsor. Let's go say hi to him. I loved the chase between them. I loved the art. The art style was really great. There wasn't much for action scenes, but they made like just the funny the things with just the main character Light writing in the Death Note really entertaining. It was kind of creepy as well. I loved Ryuk. I don't remember how you pronounce it, but I really enjoyed, even though he's not in it as much as you'd probably think, but I really enjoyed this TV show. It's up there as one of my favorite animes now. Oh, crud. Yep, I'm not doing enough damage towards you. Run! Come on. Yeah, no kidding. Let's get to the stinking climbing point, actually. Bye-bye, sucker. Run! Oh yeah, thanks. Get out of the way, goat. Come on. Alright, let's dismount. I'm going to be climbing up here. Nice textures. But I think it's one of my favorite animes besides Full Metal Alchemist. I think that will always be my #1. I have fond memories of Full Metal Alchemist. I want to find and watch that show again. I just love it so much. But this is a really close, like, second place favorite anime. Like, even over something like Dragon Ball Z. I really, really liked this. I loved all 25 episodes. But damn, there's 37. Oh, 25. So, that is the next problem. I think the only real problem with this is the, why is my bull walking away? Stop walking away. Dink. Is that it had a great, like, conclusion to the 25 episodes, and it's very satisfying, too, in many parts, with stuff that happens. And you kind of want to watch Light succeed with his world that he wants to create. But, I thought that pig was dead for a second. He looked it. But it turned out that I didn't really like the last couple episodes as much. So I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, but it still kept me interested, and I still liked it. I just didn't like it as much, and that's where I'm going to say it's probably a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Where the beginning of the series up to 25 is a absolute, like, solid 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed it. So much so. I'm glad I got rid of that dink too. But yeah, it was just really such a fun. I think I'm gonna sell this. And I want to sell this. I don't like blunt instruments. Do I want to... I can use those for crafting, so no. Let's look at what you got to buy and maybe look at upgrades. Alright. That's better than my weapon, but I can't use it because I am not to that level. I think I'm 10, yeah. I'm 10. Alright, ooh. That is a... Oh. That is a nice axe you got there. War scythe. Ceremonial scythe. Okay. Ooh. Cultist spear. Ah. You got a better bow. Ooh. Gosh darn it, you have some pretty cool stuff. Oh, do I even have enough gold? I have 588. And these do cost quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to buy all these. Oh, hello, horsey. I got better mounts, whatever. To that. Oh, man. These are pretty cool, though. I like them. They're not better than my armor, of course, but this bow is really good. Oh, gosh, 407? I kind of like this axe, though, and it is better than my weapon. So, solid 9 for Death Note. So, I absolutely love that. I'm probably going to repeat myself quite a bit in this video. I'm sorry that I do, and I probably should be a little bit more professional, but this is a randomized video. I am going about this random. Why is there another blacksmith? But I really did love this. Maybe I should sell my other stinking goods. Oh, right. I can upgrade these. Awesome. Okay, I can't upgrade them right now because I don't have everything to upgrade them. So I need to get more goodies. Let's see if I can upgrade anything at all. I can probably upgrade this. Oh, I can upgrade most of these. Oh, it's because I don't think I upgraded it at all. You can see the little symbol there. I upgraded these. So... Wait. Can I not upgrade that further? Oh, what is this? Engrave, yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, and thanks for the stinging trophy as well. Let's just check the rest of these. I thought it said I could upgrade them. I swear it did. Yeah, I thought it did because it said I didn't have certain supplies. Well, it's going to be recorded in the video, so whatever you guys see is what I saw, so whatever. That was weird, though. Let's move on to Toy Story 4, which is probably... I like it. And I got a collectible popcorn bucket here as well to remember my time there. I loved how it began. I loved the characters like Woody and Bo Peep. It's very colorful. You can tell it looks much nicer visually than the previous Toy Stories. I still hold Toy Story dear to my heart. And Toy Story is really important to me because... Oh, okay. A new mercenary, apparently. Because Toy Story... Let's see that new weapon I have. The first movie I ever saw in theaters was actually Toy Story. The very first one. That looks awesome. Let's see it from this side. Yeah, look at that. I've never really used an axe weapon, so this'll be interesting. Shut up. I did really enjoy Toy Story, and it's definitely worthy of like an 8 and 9, but I personally didn't like it as much. It didn't have the magic of the original 3. I can definitely see people say that the original 3... Oh, I think this guy has a dog with him. And I killed his dog. This guy is much easier. This is great. And I didn't like how they treated Buzz Lightyear in this. Alright, come on, bring it on, bring it on. Wait, do you have a bow? Okay. Come on, bring it. He knows my every move. Ow! Oh, ho, ho, that was awesome. I'm sorry. Dink. Oh, nice. Let's see what he gives me. Hunter's outfit. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Awesome. Wait, what is this? Interact. Oh, okay. I can get, like, contracts and bounties here. Too high level. Except for the 10, of course. Yeah, Toy Story is probably going to be my lowest rated on this. I didn't enjoy it much. I didn't like that Buzz Lightyear was shoved to the side. And it had kind of hit and miss comedy. There's great comedy in this, and there's enough jokes to say, that's a good movie. It's worth the watch. It's worth going to the theaters. And I definitely think it's a great Pixar film in general. But I don't think it's up there with the greats. It's kind of like some of the... It's kind of like Incredibles 2. Not like The Good Dinosaur. But it's something you definitely are going to want to see. So, I don't think it mistreated the characters or mishandled them. But I don't think it had some characters more... I think it did have some characters more than others. And there are a couple of dumb things. Keanu Reeves is in it, and he actually doesn't get as much screen time. And I think it's kind of stupid, too, that they treat certain characters like they're dumb. And it kind of feels... I do think that Woody's character kind of feels like he's gotten dumb, even though he's learned a lot. Like, it's almost like he didn't learn anything from the previous 3 movies, is what I'm saying. Because there are some things that he does that are kind of dumb. But there's things that are people say he did dumb, but how the crud are you supposed to know that crud? And there's a lot of moments they could have had some really great scenes with, and it's definitely touching and emotional in parts. But I don't think it really got me to cry like other people did, and I feel like Toy Story 3 still did that much better than what this Toy Story did. Let me get my singing bull over here so you can see him. There he is. This is a beautiful open world, but I don't like the grinding and such of it. But yeah, Toy Story 4 is definitely an acceptable and great movie amongst Pixar's movies, but I don't think it's amazing. It strives to have some great messages. It has a great ending that feels like it had more to say or more closure to bring to it, but I don't feel like it necessarily needed all of that. Oh, this guy's stinking really tough. I don't think I want to mess with him. I'm just gonna go somewhere randomly, let it ride for itself. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with the movie, but I don't think it's as good as the other Toy Stories. For me personally, and I kind of have a lot of the same feelings as Nostalgia Critic even before I saw his video, I was hoping I wasn't the only one that didn't like it as much as the other Toy Stories. It was kind of good to see him come out and say what he did. His feelings, his honest opinions. And that's all these are at the end of the day. These aren't definitive at all, and it's all subjective, of course. And, I mean, I don't need to tell you that. You pretty much should already know that. But I'm saying it again, well, not again, but I'm saying it just in case. Some people can take offense to just about anything. I think even if you do clarify and say that anyway, so really I guess it just doesn't matter. Ah, crud, run away, there's a dang bear. Oh gosh. Keep running. You're doing good. I'm probably gonna die in one hit because these guys are tough. Yeah, this... Did that bird fly through that rock? Whatever. But I loved it. I loved the movie. It's just I think it's a 7.4 for me out of 10. I do the point things, which I'm going to do with the others. So let's move on to the Pale Rider. Not the Pale Rider. What am I saying? The Mule. I love the Pale Rider, though. And maybe I should talk about that sometime. I'm not using footage for movies also because copyright reasons. But then again, there are a lot of YouTube reviewers that do use footage, and maybe I will use more movie footage in the future. But I want to talk about Ju-On the Grudge. So Ju-On the Grudge kind of, like, there's some parts to it that don't age well, and of course it's kind of a budgeted movie, but I think it's probably the best two horror movies on this list that I'm going to talk about, even though they might be rated slightly lower, mostly because how they age. But I do think when it comes to Us and Pet Sematary and such, they do have, like, and I think the same for Toy Story 4, they do have, like, references and things, songs and certain things in, or even jokes in the movies that kind of feel like they're not going to age as well. That are modernized. So, I really enjoyed Ju-On the Grudge. I originally watched Phantom X Missouri play. He's a YouTuber that's been around a while. He's still on, but he goes by a different name. But I loved his playthrough of the Ju-On the Grudge game for the Wii, and I was curious to see the movies, and I finally got to see them. And I thought they were creepy. They had great acting. They were creepy and subtle, but at the same time they had the whole show don't tell and kind of the fear of the unknown factor to them. They were really good, though. I think I like Ju-On the Grudge 2 slightly better because the use of the ghost characters was really cool in those, and even creepier and scared me more. they definitely got under my skin. I didn't think they would as much as they did, but Japanese horror is really good. These are the original, I think I already said, they're not the Sam Raimi ones. The ones with Sam Raimi, and I think it does have the original director behind it as well, and writer. I'm not positive about that. Don't quote me on it. Where the crud are you going, Bull? Whoops. I hit a pig. Am I a bad person? Get out of my way. Just kind of sightseeing now. Sorry if it's boring sightseeing. I ran into a Medusa place a while ago. I love Medusa. Such a cool part of mythology. Greek mythology. Yeet. But I really enjoyed both Ju-on movies. Great cinematography. The second one definitely had more of a budget than the first, but the scares were used definitely effectively and were very memorable. And I think they're even kind of repeated in the Sam Raimi versions. They're really great, though. I loved these movies. I give the first Ju-on the Grudge a 8.1 out of 10. And I give the second one a 8.3 out of 10. And I kind of liked learning about, like, the ghosts. It kind of, like, was a movie where I had to watch it again because I did get a little confused by the first one. But once I understood it, I was like, this is great. I love it. I love the mystery behind the house, the murders that happened there, and what, how everything works and goes down in the end. Of course, I'm not going to spoil too much, but I really enjoyed this, and I love it. And I think it's going to join the ranks of some of my favorite horror movies of all time. That's just me personally, of course. But I'm glad I finally got to see them. So, Pet Sematary and Us. I'm going to do those kind of simultaneously, even though they're not the same. Let's do Pet Sematary. I liked Pet Sematary. I was a fan of the original, and I really want to see this, so I bought it for myself, and Stephen King movies have been doing really well lately. I gave the It movie a 7 out of 10, I believe, when I originally reviewed it. I still really liked this. I felt like things that were kind of pointless and made dumb in the original, as well as some of the plot holes and such, were fixed a little bit in this movie. I felt like maybe the ending was a little better in the original compared to this one. Oh no, I've got to chase the sun. Whoa, what is with the stinking shadow effects? I really enjoyed this. I really liked it. I loved the acting. It had kind of that fear of the unknown set up. I loved not really the world it built, but so much just like the mystery behind Pet Sematary that they built, and it was really cool and unsettling. And it had a lot of great sequences. Cinematography was excellent. It was emotional at times as well when it needed to be, and it was just an all-around excellent movie in every case. The music wasn't super memorable. I think Death Note is probably the most memorable on this list. But I still really loved it. So I give it like a 7.3 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Actually, no, I'm going to give it a 7.7 out of 10. I love it. It was great. But it's not amazing. So, just barely hits an 8 there by a couple points. And let's move on to Us. None of these movies really, Ju-on, once again, is the creepiest movie to me on this list, so both Us and Pet Sematary didn't really creep me out the way they did. Both movies are also pretty violent. Not super violent, there are some sequences where you don't... I'm so dead. Run away! Run away! Crud, is he gonna chase me the whole way? Jeez. Get away from me. Ya crazy boar. Oh, gosh. There's 4 of them. Help me! Help me, person one Kenobi! Alright, come back. Oh, what the? Oh, hi. Oh, is that tree again? I ran into it again. Okay, I get to show it to you guys this time. Us had great cinematography, love the music, love the acting. Somebody's mowing their lawn. Hold on, let me stinking mute myself and fix that. Sorry about that. That was annoying. Had to mow your lawn right when I'm thinking. Sounds more like a weed whacker. Sorry, excuse me. This thing's creaky and weird. Chair I'm sitting in. Anyways, it's gonna break apart, I swear, one of these days. Jeff Goldblum here. But when it, I'm an idiot. I'm turning into Jeff Goldblum. I'm turning into The Fly. So Us was just amazing on every level. Cinematography. I love the plot twist, but I'm hoping Jordan Peele doesn't turn into M. Night Shyamalan. But it was a really cool movie. I love the world that it built as well. I'm not going to go into too much. I think I still like Get Out better, but I did like this movie, and I definitely think it's worth buying. It was a fantastic movie. Once again, I love the acting. I love the sense of danger, which goes the same for all of these movies, by the way, and TV show that I talked about. The sense of danger to all of them was still really massive and great in all of them. Maybe not so much Toy Story, but you know what I mean. Let's climb that area over there, because I need to synchronize more places and just thinking open up places I can go and fast travel to. I think that's 200, yeah. Oh, whoa! That was a load of bull. Whoops. Jeez. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to go into there. I hope this isn't an enemy base. I hope it's just a city. So, I should go visit the Poseidon place there. The Poseidon Island. Let's get off here. Bye, bull. I'll be right back, though. Yeah, Us was really great. I loved every little bit of it. Once again, doesn't scare me, but the reason I can definitely see it, because fear is subjective, that being scary, I was watching a YouTuber that he was watching It, and supernatural things, he said, doesn't scare me. Scare him. The stuff that scares him are stuff like other people, situations between other people, where there's like dire consequences and stuff, and this definitely will have that kind of fear. Same with the Mule movie I'm going to talk about. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I can definitely see the fear that plays out in that. Both movies I just talked about are violent, but I didn't feel like the violence was too extreme and in your face, but they were definitely extreme in parts. So yeah, just be careful of if you're kind of cringy to this stuff, or you just don't like movies that have grotesque violence or use of it, like Lissy Sandwich. But I really enjoyed Us. I think it is a 8.7 out of 10. For me personally, I really liked it. Where the crud am I going? I need to get out of here. I'm stuck. I'm gonna loot that. I'm sorry I stole from you. Thanks for the money anyways. Do you got stinking blacksmiths around here? Got any blacksmiths? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Maybe I'll fast travel somewhere. I don't know. Wait, I got a new... Oh, that's right. It's just the chest armor there. The... What was it? Hunter set or something? Yeah. Hunter's outfit. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Whatever. I'll need to go back to my ship at some point. Let's actually go to that. I'll show you guys my ship. So hopefully there's a dock around here. Let's go to the ocean. See if there's a dock. So the ocean is that way. Even though this is a giant mountain. Doesn't look like the way the ocean would be.
Come on.
So that's rating those so far. And finally the mule was excellent as well. It got to me on an emotional level because I was able to relate to parts. You got humans struggling with human things in the movie. It's very real stuff. The sense of danger is incredible once again. Just as I was saying with Us, and it was just a really fantastic movie. I don't think it was better as Gran Torino, because that was supposed to be Clint Eastwood's last acting role, but I guess he said, you know what, I'm good in other movies. I'll just keep acting, being tough. And I loved the ending to this movie too, similar to Us. It had a great ending. I guess none of the things, I'm not going to say much once again, but none of the movies I technically watched had like super good happy endings. But they're happy enough to an extent. It's kind of funny that they're all kind of like that. The movies I watched, none of them really have that happy of endings. But it was a really great watch. I was able to connect with it emotionally. I loved the acting, cinematography once again. There were some subjects here and there, like he talks about this couple that he wants to help, and it's nice to see that they were genuine and nice to him instead of punching him in the face for saying a certain word on the side of the road. But they were very nice to him, and I liked how genuine people were to one another, and you can tell, like, I did feel like the kind of overuse of, like, technology, it's evil, and it's stupid, you people are wasting too much time on your phones, you youngsters. Stuff like that was kind of silly, but I get it. I understand it, and it makes sense towards for the character to be saying that. And you feel bad for the character too, as for some of the situations. He doesn't really get to see his family much or be there for them, and he's trying to make up for all that lost time. He's a gardener. He really loves his flowers. And he gets into a nasty situation, becoming what's known as a mule. For this drug cartel. But yeah, there's a lot of great characters and interesting things quoted and said by characters in this movie as well that I really liked, and you can take the reference with a lot of this stuff, and you can relate with a lot of this stuff. I think this is probably the most relatable movie on this list. I don't think it's the best movie on this list, but it's definitely really good, and I think it was the most relatable for me. Since it was the one I rented as well as Us, I'm thinking of buying them straight up. But yeah, they were great enough to buy, and I actually really loved the trailer to Mule. It was really, like, mysterious and had this really intense music playing to it, and it feels so real, which it does still capture that. And once again, I love how the ending played out and everything into it. You have great flawed characters. The use of different things, like the use of Clint Eastwood He's just Clint Eastwood in this movie. Let's just admit it. I know he's got a different name. I think it's Earl. My name is Earl. Yeah, he was fantastic. And it was like a very different Clint Eastwood to see. Do you guys know where I can stinking go? Whoops. Sorry, bowl. Now let's get back on my bowl. Load bowl. So I'm gonna give it a 8.6 out of 10. Some of these movies I don't feel quite as satisfied rating them the way I did, but I'm going to stick with it. Dagnabbit. But yeah, I really liked all of these movies. And you can already tell, none of them were really negative. There were no real problems with them at all. And I enjoyed them greatly, all of them. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There was one other movie I did watch, and that was Fright Night. I knew what it was once I think I said I was going to talk about it. Once I saw a certain scene in it, where one of the characters goes, dinner's in the oven, And I think the Nostalgia Critic made fun of that in his Batman Forever video, which is, I think, the same director of that movie. But it was a really goofy, dumb movie. I had fun with it, and I did like it. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It had great makeup. There was some bad, like, effects in the movie, but also great, like, practical effects as well that I did like. And I found the acting was good. I followed through with this kind of story. I didn't know what to expect of this movie, but I wouldn't say it's an amazing movie. And of the movies, it's probably the lowest rating. I think I would give it, like, realistically, I'd give it a stinking, like, a solid 6 out of 10. Or maybe even like a 5.5 out of 10. I'll stick with a 6 because I enjoyed it. I did still enjoy it, with how dumb it was in parts. But it did have good things going for it too. I didn't expect to run into this movie like I did. But yeah, I still enjoyed it to an extent. It's just like dumb fun. It's a dumb fun movie, expect that. I wouldn't say buy it, but I enjoyed it. Watching it that one time. So that's all I have to say. I hope this wasn't too long a video. It probably is, because there's so much I just talked about collectively in this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. I will see you guys next time on I guess I'll be doing some reviews and verses like I've been saying, working on. I'm sorry about how the Rage 2 review came out. So many things happened recently that really hit me hard. So I'm sorry I've been away for 5 days. So hopefully I can make up for it and to bring you some better videos, even better than this one, in my opinion, because of course there were a couple of problems while trying to shoot this one. As you can tell, the mowing the lawn or weed whacking or whatever outside the window from me. So I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. This is also my new microphone. Tell me what you think of it. This is probably the best mic I had. But if there is audio quality you heard in previous videos of mine, tell me which ones. I probably know the microphone that I had set up with those ones. I used to have a Snowball and a Yeti mic, but they did not do well and they weren't well suited with me. So, yeah, that's basically it. And I hope to record more also with my friends too. So I'll see you guys next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy. When you do subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and to keep up to date with my recent videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye-byes!